Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to our workshops. So, guys, welcome everyone. I'm Gisele Figueiredo, if you don't know me. Okay, I'm founder of Connect You Academy and creator of this channel, the Score Boost Formula, where I help students reach IELTS 7 plus and also boost their scores in the SAT, PTE, and TOEFL tests with practical, simple, research based strategies. All right. So, guys, today's live is called Main Idea Fitness. Interesting, right? So today I'm going to teach you how to train your brain like a muscle to read faster, smarter, and more logically. Okay? So listen to me. If you are stuck at the band 6 or 6.5, right? Getting those almost right answers, right? Or misunderstanding what the text truly says, I want to start telling you the truth. All right. But just wait a second. Guys, again, any comment, any questions, please drop me a line in our comment section on YouTube or Facebook. All right. And please subscribe to my channel, right? To follow up all of our lives and workshops. Okay. All right. All right. So let me just open my presentation. So, guys, let's talk about these, okay? The thing is, when you feel like that, when you're stuck at this band 6 or 6.5, right? Getting these almost right answers. And sometimes you say, teacher, I don't understand anything there. You think that you have a vocabulary issue, right? But actually, guys, you have a main idea problem, okay? Why? You need some strategies, okay? Some techniques in order to fix this problem. However, I gotta say, for the IELTS test, for instance, also TOEFL, I can say for a higher score, you need to know, of course, vocabulary. Okay, no one here is saying that vocab is not important. It's not the case. Okay, of course, you need to know, I would say, intermediate level vocab. Okay, for those tests. However, guys, it's impossible to know all of the words. Okay? It's impossible. We're not dictionaries. See, I'm a teacher and sometimes I forget words, I forget meanings. See, so what do I do? You may ask. Well, we always look at the context, right? To understand the things. That's how we train. We are not machines, all right? So this is normal. You won't know everything, right? But of course, you need to know some words. Also, the techniques and the strategies. All right? The thing is, the more words you know, the faster you understand some passages. Also, it's related to knowledge. I always tell my students if you have some knowledge on that specific topic, you will probably ace this question, right? Because you will be able to cross the impossible options immediately. Yeah. So, vocab and knowledge are crucial as well to answer questions faster. But yet, you still can answer main idea questions without knowing the words 100%. See? And without having this knowledge. Yes, you can do it using techniques and strategies. All right? So, what's the problem here? Happens to most guys. This is really serious. Let me just change my, here we go. That's much better, right? So what happens to most students? First, they read details first. See, guys, details are definitely not important when it comes to finding main ideas, okay? Details are just details. They are just noise. So if you try to read the details, what happens is you get lost in examples. Again, the examples are not important when it comes to main ideas. Another problem students have is they try to understand everything. So they say, teacher, but I don't know this word. Teacher, I don't know this. Teacher, I don't know that. Right? So that's not your job. Okay? You don't have to understand everything. Okay? What you have to be doing is finding keywords, finding ideas, crossing impossible options. All right? Okay, so then what happens next with the students? They panic when the topic sentence isn't obvious. My goodness, I don't understand. I don't understand this option. Yeah, right? However, you should pay attention to the impossible options. Guys, of course, you will come across questions when the topic sentence is not obvious for sure, right? And how do you do that? Crossing the impossible options. So you must be focused and concentrated on your mission, okay? Because main ideas are not about reading everything, okay? They are about recognizing structure plus logic. Actually, we've already talked about this right in the previous live. The logic behind the reading. And the truth is, now is the time to understand something very important. Okay? The truth, guys, the truth is finding the main idea is a skill. Okay? Skill. So you need to develop this skill. And how do you develop a skill? Who knows? Developing skills, guys, are like muscles. Okay? So, like muscles, skills grow with consistent training. Okay? This is not a talent. This is technique plus repetition. Teacher, for God's sake, right? You may ask. And how am I saying this right now? Guys, because I've been teaching these students, I've been preparing lots of students for these tests, and I see the same always. Always the same. Students want to find the main ideas, the topic sentence. Students want to answer the questions like, I don't know, a miracle. See, that's what they want. They don't want to go over the techniques. They don't want to do the strategies. They don't want to do anything like that. They just want to find this, and that's like this. Anyways, very fast. So then what they see is they are not able to understand the keywords. They are not able to match ideas. They are not able to cross the impossible options. Why? Because they don't practice, they don't train. Remember, guys, finding main ideas, finding answers. Okay, we're not talking just about main ideas, but everything when it comes to finding answers in reading passages. Also, let's talk about the listening part in the IELTS. The same. This is all about techniques and repetition, finding keywords, matching the keywords to the ideas, crossing impossible options, finding your topic sentence very fast. It's all about that. This is an exercise. So let's think of, for example, I'm a black belt. I'm a judo black belt, right? I also train jiu-jitsu, and here right now in Brazil, I'm doing Muay Thai, right? Yes, I love martial arts. And how do I learn these? I learn by repetition. So we repeat the same movement million times, million times. Why do we do that? So repeat the movement until it becomes an instinct. So you're just able to defend yourself when you develop this instinct. So the same happens to your brain. So you should practice every day. See, if you want to get like a 7+ band in the IELTS, for instance, if you want to get more than 650 points in the SAT, more than 79 in the PTA, you need to do this, for instance, like 10 questions per day, 10 questions per day, 10 questions per day, following all of the steps. Which steps, dear, are those? Teacher, are those? The steps are: spot topic sentence, read the first and the last, circle keywords, match these keywords to ideas, to the options, cross the impossible options, just like that. So I can assure you, if you do this every day, at least with 10 different questions, you will grow your skills. So you'll be able to understand reading passages very, very fast. Okay? All right. Let's talk about strategies right now, right? So we're talking about identifying the topic sentence, okay? This is the first step, okay? You don't read the whole paragraph, never. Your mission is identify the topic sentence. So usually the topic sentence is the first sentence. It's calm. Sometimes the second. And the last. It might be the last, but incomplete. It happens. Again, I told you this before, very before. This is the academic writing structure. It works like this: introduction, development, and conclusion. And the introduction, it's where the author shows, right, his topic. He presents what he is talking about here in this paragraph or in this passage. Then he develops this idea, and then he concludes the idea. So the concluding sentence normally brings the topic sentence, a paraphrasing topic sentence, plus more key information that was said, was explained in the paragraph. So that's why your topic sentence is usually there in the introduction and in the conclusion. So that's why when you read the first and last sentence, you are able to find the main idea of everything, right? But now we have some issues, okay? What happens is when the topic sentence is not the first, yeah, it happens because sometimes the writer brings a background, a general idea about the topic, and then he presents his specific topic. Okay, so in this case, your topic sentence might be the second. When the concluding sentence, you see, when you read the sentence and you feel that it's incomplete, normally it brings pronouns such as this is, right? Or that must be taught. Let's say an example, right? This, that, he, she. See, these are reference pronouns. So when you come across a reference pronoun, you don't know what is this. So you need to read the previous one. And then the previous one will give you the information you're looking for. The point is, you never read details because the details are definitely not important. So if it's not the first one, teacher, for God's sake. So when I can identify whether the topic sentence is the first or not. So when it's general, for example, technology has changed people's lives. This is general. This is a general idea related to technology. Then this writer will present his topic sentence, for example, AI. So when he wants to talk about AI, he will bring a sentence right after this talking about AI, and he will explain these topic sentences throughout his paragraph. Remember, guys, and take your notes. Topic sentences are never general, okay? They are always specific. And also, they are clear ideas. You understand exactly what the sentence is saying, and you understand exactly which point will be developed throughout the paragraph. All right? So that's why you'll never read the details. So you read the first. If it's not the first, you read the next. So then when you read the last sentence, if it's not the last, you need the previous one. That's how you do it. Remember, we're talking about main ideas, and those ideas are located in the introduction and in the conclusion. All right? And what you are doing here, you are looking for the core message, not examples, not data, okay? Anything like that. So this is the first strategy, identifying the topic sentence. So this is your first step. Remember, you have a mission. So your mission is divided in those strategies. This is the first one. Let's go. Let's jump right into the second important strategy. I believe that I've already explained these, right? What's a topic sentence? Okay, let's see this. This is also paramount. So, what's the paragraph mainly about, right? So, when you find your topic sentence, that's what you will look for. You will see. You will see what is this paragraph mainly about, right? It's the central idea. And as I said before, the topic sentence never gives example, never include data or names or dates, numbers. Okay? No, never. Examples, never. Okay? This is not the topic sentence. So, you can think of your topic sentence as a headline of the paragraph. Why, guys? Because the topic sentence presents the topic, right? The topic of the reading. The topic is the title. The title of everything presents its topic. Okay? So that's why think of a headline, think of a title of this paragraph. This is really crucial, okay? So take your notes on that. All right. Let's go to the strategy number 2. So your mission, strategy 1, find the topic sentence. All right. Strategy 2, find the keywords, as I said previously. So once you identify the topic sentence, you're going to point out 2 or 3 essential keywords. All right. Which keywords are those, teacher? How can I find these? Actually, I gave a live just about keywords, okay? So I believe that this live I haven't uploaded. Yes, I believe I haven't uploaded this live here on YouTube, but I'll do it, okay? If not, you can go to my LinkedIn profile and you will find there the keywords strategy, okay? I will live about that. But the keywords, guys, are essential words. Which words? Words that ideas that will be explained throughout the paragraph. Okay? And why these words are so important? Actually, the truth is, you got to become a pro when it comes to finding keywords, okay? This is your job, finding keywords very fast. Detail, finding the correct keywords. Because, guys, if you find the wrong keywords, you will have problems, right? Surely. So, why these keywords are so important? Because with them, you're able to match ideas to the correct option. Mission, match keywords to ideas. Also, if you're able to spot the correct keywords, you're able to eliminate wrong choices faster. Yes. So, is this information talking about my keyword? No. It's totally different. So, you eliminate your wrong choices. And of course, as soon as you find your keywords correctly, you're able to understand the paragraph structure. Okay, because this paragraph will develop these ideas presented in your topic sentence, right? So for example, my topic sentence would be something like I am into reading because they help me relax and, let's say, relax and think about different things. So my paragraph will explain the relaxation part. So, why reading makes me feel like relaxed? I need to explain that. And also, the part when I say that it makes me think about different things. So, I'm going to give examples of these two ideas. See? So, that's what it happens. That's what happens here. That's why you spot the correct keywords, you're able to understand the paragraph structure. So first, I will explain the relaxing point. Second, I'll explain the thinking about new different things. This is the academic writing pattern, okay? So let's recall strategy 1, finding your topic sentence. Strategy 2, find the keywords there. Highlight them. It's important to highlight them, okay? So that you can look at them all the time while you are reading your passage. Otherwise, you forget, right? And that. All right. So, strategies. Here we have all these strategies all together. So strategy 3, let's say what it says. Let's see what it says. So strategy 3, guys, This is really, really, really important, of paramount importance, crucial, essential, is to cross out wrong options. Again, what students normally do, they just try to find the answer, okay? So they just jump this part here. They skip this part. And guys, that's not your job. Well, I gave another live as well talking about this. Normally, what we do is we read the options and we try to figure out whether these options are true, false, or not given. So when you read the option according to your keywords, when you don't match the ideas, so it might be not given or false, right? So when you match the ideas, this is true. So this is an exercise. Also, this is another technique I teach my students, right? In our course, IELTS Supremacy course. So with this technique, you're able to understand immediately which option is correct and which options are definitely wrong. And that's your mission here in this step, finding which options are definitely wrong. Not finding your correct answer, okay? Which of these are wrong? So what ideas here are definitely not mentioned? Not mentioned where, teacher? In my topic sentence. Which ideas perhaps contradict the topic sentence? Is the contrary, something like that? Or which option here is talking about details? Because these ideas are not there as well in my topic sentence. Or it happens a lot. Which options here just exaggerate the idea? Or is saying something totally impossible? So when you are able to spot all of these, you're able to find your answer. Here's the secret. Even though, teacher, I don't know this word. Teacher, I don't understand what it's saying. It doesn't matter. If you're able to cross the options, you're able to find your answer, even though they are one or two words you don't know. So that's why I told you from the beginning, never focus on what you don't know. Okay? You will always come across things you don't know. So this is not your focus. You should focus on what you know. Okay? All the time. Forget about the distractors. Forget about all of this noise. And think of words you know. That's how you cross out wrong options. Okay? So, guys, this is strategy number 4. You can talk something here. I designed this presentation because, see, my students normally have these challenges, okay? They present these challenges while I'm teaching them, while I'm preparing them for these tests. And this is one of the most, I don't know, how can I say that? But yeah, this is strategy number 4 is something very, very serious. Lots of students just forget about this. What is this, teacher? This is the subject of the sentences. Guys, look, this is a simple rule, okay? Very simple. You learn subject, verb, and complement right in the beginning of your course. And you may find, oh, teacher, this is too simple, but this is too important. Why, teacher? Because the subject, guys, is the most important information of your sentence. See, in the same way that the reading passage is structured like introduction, development, and conclusion, your sentence is also structured. So you have the subject, the most important information, along with the verb, that means the action, important information. And then you have the complement. The complement or the complements are just details. See, the subject is the person, the thing, or the situation responsible for this action. And the action is important. Why? Because it's about what is actually going on there. So if you were able to understand the subject of your topic sentence, you're able to understand the traps. So you're going to avoid the traps like this because you check the subject. See? And when you check the subject of the sentence, you understand whether you can eliminate this option or not. Let's talk about these examples. Simple sentence. I like giving simple examples to my students. Let me just see something here, just a sec. Okay. So let's think about a simple example. I say, I love ice cream. When I say that, is this sentence talking about me or ice cream? Talking about things I like or ice cream itself? Well, guys, this sentence is talking about things I like. So it's about me. I like ice cream. So I like eating cookies, for example. This is about me. If I change the ideas here, for instance, I can say, eating ice cream makes me happy. Now I changed my subject. I said that eating ice cream is important for me. So now my main idea here is about eating ice cream. So then I'll develop the ideas such as eating ice cream in the evenings make me happy. Eating ice cream every morning makes me happy, right? So I changed the subject. I changed the main idea. So that's why, guys, understanding subjects is just the strategy here to avoid traps. So, for instance, if the paragraph talks about online education and your option brings technology, this is wrong. We're not talking about technology, generally speaking. We're talking about online education. Even though online education is related to technology, technology is too general. So it's not what we're talking about. Okay, so let's keep this strategy number 4 in mind. Look at the subject. And of course, strategy number 5, drill like an athlete. As I said before, and now repeating this idea as a broken record, main idea is not learned, it is trained. So you must train your brain to think faster, to point out keywords faster, to look at the subject immediately, to understand which options are definitely wrong, to spot the topic sentence instantly. That's how you train. So think of this gym, for example, right? Again, you repeat the movement until the body memorizes it. Reading, the same. Repeating main idea drills until the mind recognizes the patterns by itself. The instinct I mentioned before. So, guys, and believe me, these exercises, okay, these consistency just builds faster understanding, better logic, higher accuracy, and automatic recognition. Automatic recognition. It's just unbelievable. I can tell you that because this happened to me. I started my career teaching general English. So when I decided to start to teach, to prepare students for the IELTS, CT, and all of these, I had to practice these questions myself. Not to mention that I took this test 8 years ago. But when I start to practice these reading passages every day, every day, every day, every day, what happened? I was like a machine after that. I was able to understand everything very fast. And up to today, why? Because of course, not because I'm a teacher, okay? It's because I gotta do this constantly. I gotta answer questions to help my students, right? To understand why this answer fits better here and there. So I gotta answer the questions every single day to help my students. That's why I'm able to understand things very fast. Every day I do that. And that's the key, guys. That's the key. So today I can understand reading passages just like that. I can spot the keywords, I can understand, I can match, I can understand which words are not possible at all. But just because of daily exercises, not because I'm a teacher. Okay, so let's recall. We have strategy one, find the topic sentence. We have strategy two, find your keywords. We have strategy three, cross out wrong options. Strategy four, look at the subject, pay attention to the subject. Strategy five, drill, drill like an athlete. Guys, any questions, please drop me a line. Okay, here we have, right, mental fitness. And as we said, just like muscles, the more main ideas you lift, the stronger your reading becomes. Okay? So let's lift main ideas. Let's lift weights as well. It's good. But let's lift main ideas, guys. Okay? You stop reading slower, you stop overthinking, and you start spotting structures instantly. That's what we want. Speed, and you will build speed as well. Okay? Because remember, in these tests, you don't have much time. All right? So that's why building speed is of paramount importance. So, guys, let's jump into the practice number one. Here we have a different type of question. Okay? Here, your job is to identify the topic sentence in this paragraph. So imagine that there is this paragraph and you gotta choose, you gotta pick one of these options here to write right here as a topic sentence. Okay, teacher, so you told me that to find main ideas, I gotta read the first and last sentences, right? Yes. But here the question is not about finding main ideas. It's about finding the correct topic sentence right there. So what do you need to be doing here when you come across this kind of questions? To find your correct topic sentence, you need to understand the details. Why, teacher? Because the details explains your topic sentence. The details presents examples, uh, explains much more, gives anything reasons why, let's say, right? That's why in this case you do the opposite. You understand the details. So this first sentence, right? It's actually not important because this first sentence, as I said before, it's the background, okay? Because your topic sentence is the second one. So the first is just a background, right? So you may skip that and start reading the next sentence that says it has created poetry and music. So when you read all of this sentence here, what do you understand? I'm going to give you some time to think about it. You may drop your answers, okay, guys, in the comment section. All right, so look at what the detail says. Created poetry and music, planned and executed horrific wars, planned, devised intricate scientific theories. Oh, it thinks and dreams as well, right? And then he says that it easily holds more information than all the libraries on earth. All right, then you go over the options. Option one says the human brain is made of this matter and contains no nerve endings. Question is, guys, your details are talking about any type of matter that this brain is made of or nerve endings? No, not at all. These words don't match the details. Then you go to the question number two. The science of neurology. Guys, the science of neurology. Are these details talking about the science of neurology? See, this is the subject. No, it's not talking about the science of neurology. Then you have number three. Nevertheless, the human brain is the most mysterious. Oh, it's talking about the human brain. Yeah, it makes totally sense, right? Create poetry, plan wars, right? Scientific theories, hold information. Yeah, it's the human brain. It's the most mysterious and complex object on Earth. Wait a minute, it's talking about Earth. See, we match ideas here. So you match human brain, that's explaining actually the human brain. We match about being complex, holding more information. We match the word directly, Earth. So wait a minute. You may think it might be number three. But remember, we got to cross the options. So you read the next. However, scientists say that each person uses only 10%. No one is talking about percentage here. So you cross 1, 2, 4. 3 is your answer. But what I wanted to tell you is that when you choose option number 3, notice that you match ideas 100%. And all of those words, nerve endings, 10%, science of neurology, these words are definitely not there. So the details are explaining exactly the human brain and how is it mysterious and complex. It's mysterious and complex because it creates poetry, right? Executed wars, scientific theories, and all of these things. It thinks and dreams. So, see, guys, this is how these reading passages roll, just like that. All you gotta do is to follow these strategies. So you gotta ask yourself, right? Which sentence express the main idea? Which words reveal the general topic? And which words reveal the writer's angle or opinion? But in order to find the answers for all of these questions, the only thing you need to do is being able to understand the keywords. See, that's what I did. Let's move on to the practice number 2. Practice number 2, guys, is actually about finding the main ideas. So we have a short paragraph here. And we have to find the main idea. So when you see these questions saying this paragraph best supports the statement that, this is about main ideas, okay? If it's about main ideas, we follow these strategies. You read the first and last sentences, find your topic sentence, highlight the keywords in your topic sentence, match these keywords to the keywords in the options. Cross the impossible options. Figure out the subjects. That's what you do. So let's go over this. So, first sentence says what? Today's postal service is more efficient than ever. Postal service is efficient than ever. So this paragraph is talking about postal service. Of course, the other sentences will explain why and how, in which sense this person is saying that the postal service is more efficient than ever. It will give examples. So then you read the last. Priority mail is guaranteed to go anywhere in the United States in 2 days or less. So this is the first one, right? I read. The last one, sorry, is this one. Express mail will get your package there overnight. Express mail is the last one. Will get your package there overnight. So you understand that the paragraph is explaining why postal service is more efficient than ever, and it's talking about express mail. Okay? Now you're going to figure out the keywords in the options. First, keywords in the topic sentence. Postal service, efficient. Express mail in the concluding sentence, right? Getting your package there overnight. It means being fast. All right. Option number 1. More people use the post office for urgent deliveries. Guys, look at this subject. More people use. More people. My sentence is not talking about more people using. Not to mention urgent deliveries, really? No. Now I cross the options. I can't match these ideas. Number 2, express mail is a good way to send urgent mail. Okay, express mail is actually mentioned in our last sentence. However, this sentence is not talking about being a good way. Number 3, priority mail usually takes 2 days or less. Guys, this is a detail. It's not my main idea. Also, look at this. Express mail, priority mail, these are subjects, okay? Remember when I told you this paragraph is talking about postal service. This is our subject. It's not talking about express male or priority male. Even though express male is there in the concluding sentence, this is not the aim. Then you have mail service today is more effective and dependable. Wait a sec. Mail service is the same as postal service. Subject matches. More effective. So I have efficient and effective and dependable. That means trustable. So you take a look at that. You pay attention to number 4 because you matched ideas. Then, to be sure, you check number 5. Mail was once delivered by horse. No, my main ideas, first and last sentences, are not talking about horse. Okay? No horse here. Horse is a detail. And see that here is a passive voice. So it means that horse and food, actually, these words are the most important information here, and it's not what we're looking for. So yes, after crossing all of the options, for sure, I have my answer number 4. See, what I wanted to pay attention is that even though, let's suppose, even though you don't know the meaning of dependable, that what happened to my students. Teacher, but I don't know what's dependable. So what? You know what's effective. And you know that the subject is mail service, that you match directly to postal service. And you know that it's talking about efficiency. So guys, when you match one single word to one single idea, this is your answer. So this was the second example. So what you should focus on? Keywords, subjects, and wrong option elimination. Again, teacher, but it sounds so hard. Yes, it sounds so hard. Why? It sounds so hard. Because you need to practice, guys. Please, let's practice. So the more you practice, the better you become. And you will see all of these questions will just vanish. So what you must remember once for all, main idea, it's equal structure, not details, not details. Topic sentences are strategic. Keywords guide everything. Wrong options should be crossed immediately. So your brain improves with repetition. Repetition. All right, guys, so let's do some reading exercises every day if you want to get 7+ band in the IELTS test, for instance. If you want to boost your SAT score, especially SAT, it's all about reading. So I suggest solving 10, 20 questions every single day, but not just answering them. That's not the key. Students do that, right? Hi, teacher, I solved the questions. Okay, but how did you solve them? I just tried to find the answers. That's not the key. So you must follow these structures. For main idea questions, spot your topic sentence first, very fast. You gotta be able to understand whether it's the first or the second. Highlight the keywords very fast. You gotta be able to match these keywords to the ideas in the options and cross the impossible options instantly. Identify the subject to be sure about what this topic is actually saying. That's why you need to do. This is your mission. So the more you do that, okay, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times every day, the better you become. Remember, like a gym, like a Muay Thai training as I do. So for this session, we have some exclusive bonuses. So the main idea workout pack, okay? These are daily exercise to help you out. Keyword mastery guide. So you're going to see how can you find keywords, spot keywords quickly. And finally, you're going to have the 5-day reading fitness challenge, okay? So you're going to train your logic for 7+ performance in this case of the IELTS test. So if you want, guys, to receive these bonuses, please drop me a line in our comment section on YouTube or Facebook. Uh, So, just talking a little bit about me, right? So, guys, again, I'm a founder of the Connect You Academy and the creator of this channel, Score Boost Formula, to help you guys achieve more than 7+ in the IELTS and boost your scores, right? And, guys, look, if you're tired of doing exercises without progress, if reading is still slow and confusing for you, if you want some clarity, logic, and speed, what I gotta say, follow me on YouTube and Facebook, okay? Also, you can see my LinkedIn profile. Join this channel right now, the Score Boost Formula community. And also, show up for the next workshop, for the next live next Friday, okay, at the same time. Because the main idea, guys, the main idea shouldn't be the hardest part of your test, okay? If you need anything, again, drop me a line there in our comment section. Thank you so much for joining these live today. See you next week. Bye, guys. Bye bye.